I'm glad I served in the military, but I am done doing military. And this is what I am doing right now. So, well, my name is William Ochieng Owino. I'm a born-again Christian and a businessman at the same time, and enjoying my transition, I would say, from military career back into civilian life. And today I'm here to share my journey and what the Lord has done in my life. So when I returned home from Afghanistan and decided to hang my boots from the military service. I had a lot of free time and I was looking for something to fill my time. So I have interest in real estate, been buying parcels of land here and there and disposing them as plots, whereby I sell plots by installments. I had a mortgage kind of a plan where people are able to buy plots from me. And I realized when I was in the business that it takes a lot of time between one client and the next client. So I was looking for something to do. And I decided to turn my hobby into a business, which is farming. And today we call it agribusiness. So I started by having actually I shared an idea about rabbits with a friend of mine. I was thinking, because we buy rabbits at around 1,000 shillings, 1,500 a piece. If I can only have 1,000 rabbits, then I can easily make 1 million or 1.5 million. And that idea excited me. And a friend of mine gifted me 3 rabbits. I did not even have a structure to put them in, but built a structure and I started and never looked behind. That was way back in 2016. There were lots and lots of challenges, but along that path, rabbits started increasing. Then I introduced chicken. Then along that path, I also introduced pigs. I introduced fish farming in a 50 by 100 piece of land, or an eighth of a plot, which also hosts my home and office. So it started by and by learning the ropes, and along that path, I would say God has been faithful, because we moved from keeping the animals and looking for orders where someone will come and buy live animals, and we moved to slaughtering the same animals, packaging them in small little portions like 1 kilo or half a kilo, and distributing the same to customers, to now we confidently supply hotels, and we've invested in a butcher equipment, and we are even now buying animals from the abattoirs and doing the same. And we are selling meat to as far as Kisumu, from Nakuru, Nairobi, and the larger part of Nakuru town. And we're seeing God opening doors. So we are getting our knives ready for slaughter. Haya, sasa hii ingine itabidi tutoe hii karatasi ya juu. Hii hutusaidia, this one helps nyama isistick kwa freezer. Usipoweka hii karatasi itashikana kwa freezer, it will cost you a lot of energy ku defrost ndio nyama ikubali kutoka. Lakini sasa ukiwa na hii sema ni rahisi, nimeipick tu na kutoa. So lakini ukitaka kuja kwa machine you have to remove this. And our meat has gone through inspection. You can see iko na stamp. The reason why I left the military at a young age, about 37 years old, was due to life pressures and challenges. And I was looking for a way out on how I can get help. Then one of my bosses back at work advised me that sometimes I need a break. If I can take a break, even if it's 1 year. And he guaranteed me, he assured me that, William, you can take a break for only 1 year, and then if things works out, then you can always come back and continue serving. So lucky for me, I had already programmed my career life. I had already written it down. I knew I will serve in the military between 2002 to 2017. Then from 2017, I will go into business to 2032. Then 2032 to 2052, if I will not be a member of your parliament, then I'll be busy preaching the gospel in church. Then thereafter, I will spend the rest of my life doing philanthropy, giving back to community. So, this machine, you have to be very careful, otherwise you can lose your fingers. So here ni pieces of mutton. Mutton is goat meat. Hizi ni pork chops kutoka kwa belly na mguu. Pork legs. This already been machine cut, but we will today to demonstrate how to cut. These are now ready for packaging and to supply. Then we have rabbits. These are rabbits ready for packaging and labeling. If you label this pork that has been labeled, normally looks like this. So maybe I can go ahead and wrap this one. One of them is wrapped. Kilo 1.15 kilograms. So Price will be 1,000 shillings. That's rabbit ready for the market. This is how 1,000 shillings is made in Kenya. Oh, my business model or the business idea, I got an inspiration when I was reading the Bible. The story we all know, it's an old story of creation. Then I was also thinking at the same time, ecosystem, where one thing depends on the other, right? So, and working from the waste. Like I love pigs because pigs will eat from our kitchen waste, apart from the commercial feeds. So we no longer need an incinerator to burn all the bio waste that comes from our kitchen, because we'll feed it directly to the pigs. And then the waste from the pigs, for example, we will dry them in the sun or in the greenhouse, and then feed it to the fish, where we will find azolla, and we'll also raise fish without spending money on feeds. Pig feeds we will also make using 50% waste from the chicken or the cuckoo droppings. Once we dry them and the waste from the rabbits, we will mix them and feed to our pigs. So that way we are able to cut costs by about 50% on the cost of feed. So one animal or one activity depended on another, and the still manure from the pigs, we'll use it to grow our kales. That apart from beautification of our compound, we're also selling some to the local neighbors, to our neighbors. What made me transited from now rearing to selling is just bookkeeping, where numbers do not really lie. One, the cost of feeds is a little high, so that makes our profit margin not so big. And then it was not viable, or it is not viable to meet our demands, because we have our customers keep on growing every single day. So it was a little bit difficult to have to wait for 3 months or 6 months for our animals to be ready for the market. So I decided, why don't I support local farmers by buying their products, and then since I have a niche for the market, I'm able to, I don't struggle selling. Actually, it's kind of, customers are looking for me. So it was a little, I think it's a little more efficient when I now buy and sell compared to when I was producing to sell. But nevertheless, I appreciate the part that when we used to raise, because it gave me the confidence that I have in the marketplace. So here we keep all our records, our datas, and we follow them through. These are our datas and our creditors. These are their records and all the daily transactions that we do. They're called daily transactions. So we do that. We keep all the receipts, all our budgets, all the receipts, and at the end of the month, we will do our financial reporting every single month. So I can tell you confidently how much I spent on fuel, on electricity, on tithe, to the last detail, to the last dime. And see, money does not lie. For example, this was a report for August 2021, right? Financial reporting. So in that month, we were able to make about 237,813 shillings. Our savings was about 26,000. And then business or the wealth creation part of it, like we bought livestock worth 29,000, building project was 1,110, feeds took about 5,040, we paid our debts about 46,000, business operations was 73,489, and transportation and fuel took a big part of it, about 21,000. Tithe recharge was about 9,503 shillings. And then our corporate social responsibility, money that we gave to other people, was 37,175. So from this, I will come and do my reporting. The name of notes, what needs to be done. Like I need to get credit line from suppliers, i.e. 100K for livestock, and pay as I sell, right? And etc. etc. You can only get all these information or things to do after you've seen the numbers, because numbers don't lie. So you'll be able to correct whatever you've been doing like the previous month. And again, you have to report, you have to keep or to enter into your book, cash book, every single day. It's something that you do in 24 hours. For you to be able to realize, are you making a profit or losses? So if you wake me up any time of the day or the night, I'll be able to tell you from the fingertips how much I owe to who and how much people owe me and whether they're paying me or not. Some of the benefits that I have acquired while doing agribusiness, there are many, but just to mention one, I have found my purpose in life, where I'm doing something worthwhile that I enjoy, and it comes easily to me. Second, I'm able to meet so many people, and it's very interesting that people come and meet me from all over the world, right in my sitting room. Thirdly, there's nothing as good as making money right in your sitting room. I make money in my sitting room. Fourthly, we sometimes eat our stock. We eat meat every day. I mean, different kinds of meat. So we don't struggle for meat. Some of the challenges that we've faced in this industry, majorly, is the cost of feeds. Cost of feeds in Kenya are a little on the higher side. I think majorly it is the cost of feeds. Other than that, everything else is manageable, it can be handled. Whoever wants to start what I am doing or anything that they're doing, I will first urge them to look from inside out. Look inside, what can you do that easily comes to you and that you enjoy doing, and just go for it. Pray to God and listen to your inner voice. It might come in little bits and pieces as advice or interest, but just pursue it. Pursue it and put God first. Then the rest will unfold. You'll keep on enjoying, and it's a learning experience. It's a journey that has got no regrets. Challenges will come, not to break you, but to teach you something. That's how I've been able to come this far. I'm at sixth year, and I've got no regrets. I'm happy with what I'm doing. Products that we are offering include rabbit meat, pork, lamb, mutton, and chicken, and we also selling plots, pieces of land here in Nakuru, 50 by 100. I know I'm glad I served in the military, but I am done doing military. And this is what I am doing right now is what I'll give to my children as inheritance. This is private business practice. I am trying to build my business empire that one day I may content with Farmer's Choice or KFC or KMC, Kenya Meat Commission, etc., etc. But this is what I would love to pass down, because you can never give your job to your children. The children cannot inherit your job, but they can inherit your work if they will be interested in. So I am happy in what I'm doing. Ikisha camouflage hivi sasa samaki hawezi kuonekana na ndege. Alafu maji pia ukifanya hivi, ukienda kwa pond, normal pond yenye haina zola, hiyo maji ingekuwa ina smell very funky. You realize here inuki? Yeah. Because ya hiyo azola. And then the same azola we harvest. Alafu tunapatia nani? Tunapatia pigs, tunapatia kuku.
Sasa inatengeneza from what?
Inamea peke yake, naturally is an algae, a form of an algae, like that mbolea ya nguruwe tu. Hata ya ng'ombe inaweza toa, lakini ya nguruwe is the best. Yes. So samaki zetu 100% organic, 100% we don't buy feeds. Wanakula hii azola, wanakula hiyo mabaki ya hiyo ya kinyezi ya nguruwe, ina sustain. Alafu sasa hakuna losses via birds. Ndege walikuwa nakuja kuiba samaki. So sasa hawaoni hawaoni samaki. Kuja kama wakati kuna joto, like around saa 5, saa 6 mchana. So tutaona samaki dangle. Sasa hizi wakati kuna baridi, wameenda kuota joto ya mchanga. Sasa wako chini.
Sasa in a rough estimate tuko na samaki ngapi?
Hapa maybe 400, maybe 500 or 300, but nilikuwa nimeweka 1500. So tumeshika. Alafu but capacity ya hii pond is about 3000 fish.
So in what intervals do you have it?
Hapa because ni baridi ni kama 8 months. I normally call it 1 year. Ndio sasa nipate samaki wa kilo 2 ama samaki wa 1.5, 1.4, 1.7 average because ya baridi. But ukiweza kuweka hii pond ikuwe na greenhouse, iwe unafunika ina baridi, you can actually do it in 6 months. You can be harvesting twice in a year. I can be found, or you can find me on 07946409. That's our Safaricom number. Or on YouTube, William Owino. On Facebook, William Owino.